see y'all look into history. Cause I fuck with Chicago. Back in, I think it was 2001, I signed a Lil Wyte artist named Lil Wyte. Funny, I signed a Lil Wyte artist named Lil Wyte. So, right now, I want to bring out this Lil Wyte artist that I signed named Lil Wyte.
Actually part of an all white boy rap group in Memphis. 16 years old, pretty much. Had a demo out, literally pushed it throughout our neighborhood, throughout the school. My dad actually funded the thing, like $1,500 paid for like, what was it, maybe 300 cassettes. We had cassettes. This was like 98. And they pretty much was doing a Project Pat Getty Green radio promo. They were pretty much on the radio live in Memphis promoting Project Pat's Getty Green album, and they were talking about looking for new artists. I was actually at work listening to it, and little did I know the other guys were taking the product down to the radio station. And my supervisor actually is like, you know, I think you're good enough to be with those guys. You ought to try to get with them. I just kind of laughed it off. Came home that night, come to find out we got a meeting with 36 Mafia. I didn't even believe the guys. Like, I really didn't. I was like, yeah, whatever. Okay, whatever. Ended up meeting with Paul and Juice 2 days later. It's crazy. I'll never forget it. Like, I could see my reflection in the door. Like, when I walked up, like, holy shit, like, this is real. Like, I'm 16. I'm like a kid. You know what I'm saying? Like, barely had a driver's license. They ended up liking me out of everybody. They wanted to do a solo artist instead of the whole group, and man, I jumped on it, man. And we hit the ground running like fast. They put me through like a probation period. Actually, they like about a year and a half's worth of just going on the road, like making sure I was like, I guess you say like mentally capable of doing it. Cause being so young and not having like no experience on the road whatsoever, like just doing local talent shows in small venues, like tiny little bars. But you know, we recorded Doubt Me Now in fucking 2002, dropped it in 2003, and just kind of went, and it's been going ever since.
Go on and slip into Xanax bars, I'm ready to get full, bit the crown to wash it down, I'm downtown, snapping rules, ain't no shame up in my game, in fact I'm meant to lead the range, Oxycontin in my system, man, I'm feeling kinda strange, watch me choke about this dope blueberry from Texas, you wanna get up in rotation, that's too bad cause I'm stressing, by now it's 1:30 a.m., 11 Percocets just entered me, 15 minutes from this second, I'll be crawling on my knees, laughing at the crowd of all the clowns that be surrounding me, take another Loratel and calm me down and let me see, body be relaxed, muscle be loose and you have stopped the pain, no more bitching about your day and work.
I don't remember this chick's name. I'm glad I don't. She probably, if she ever sees it, she'll be like, oh my God. So I meet this chick at Papados, right? I'm sitting there with Juicy J and Project Pat. We're in Dallas, Texas, or Houston, Texas. We're at Papados seafood restaurant, mashing some food, about 15 deep, and this waitress comes over, she walks right past everybody, she's like, oh my God, are you Lil Wyte? Project Pat's like, hey mate, that's young Elvis, man. It's young Elvis. That's young blue-eyed Elvis, man. I end up kicking it with her. She comes to the show. We go back to the room, whatever. Sweaty as hell, just left the show. I was like, hey, I'm finna jump in the shower, you can break down this weed. She's like, yeah, I don't smoke, but I'll break down the weed or whatever. Well, she ends up breaking down the weed, smoking. She didn't smoke. Pretty much fired up as I was getting out of the shower. When I got in the room, she had her face like pressing the pillow, rapping the words of Oxycontin, like as loud as can be. Like in the hotel, like, I mean like screaming it. I'm coming around the corner like, what the fuck is this bitch doing? So like, I finally get her to calm down or whatever. At this point, I don't want nothing to do with the chick. I'm like, yo, this bitch is crazy. Like, oh my God. So I'm like, you know what? You don't need to drag. She couldn't even walk. Like this weed just hit her so hard. She'd been drinking too, I mean, but like, I was like, you know what? You can sleep it off. I literally slept on the other bed. There was 2 beds in the room, and she was gorgeous. Like, you know what I'm saying? She was hot. Just flipped out on me. I wake up at like 8 o'clock in the morning. This chick is sitting at the end of my bed with my boxers from last night, my socks from last night, and my t-shirt in a shoebox, sniffing. And I was like, yo, what are you doing? She was like, just remembering, I gotta go. And I left, and she actually left out before me. Project Pat and Juicy were sitting down there, and they were like, yo, you hit that, you hit that? And I was like, nah, dude, let me tell you about this crazy motherfucker. And like, he was like, will she take your shoes? And I was like, no, bro, no. She is, and like right then, she turned around one last time and looked at us and like, sniffed it again like that. And like, dude, that like that. And it's still to this day, I mean, this was like maybe 2011, 2010. And it's still to this day, man, that's a fucking crazy story, man. Just to wake up and she just sitting at the end of the bed looking all crazy. And it just, her being such a hot chick, it made it even weirder. You know what I mean? It's like, it wasn't some crazy chick that I met at a club, or this was a beautiful girl that I was trying to holler at that I met at the restaurant the night of the show. It turned out to be a nut bar. Salute to you, man, if you're out there watching, man. I hope you still got them draws.
Are you fucking? Are you fucking?
Are you sucking?
Are you fucking though?
Are you sucking?
Are you?
No.
Don't play with me, I should have known, dude. I'm trying to see what's wrong with these bitches here. Fucking! Are you fucking?
Let's get a ratio.
Are you fucking?
There's definitely gonna always be Mafia 6 collaborations with Lil Wyte forever. Like, cause I mean, I've always just been one of the strongest supporters in the crew. I've always got DJ Paul's back no matter what. I got Juicy's back no matter what. Juicy's on the track on this new Paul album. People love seeing Paul and Juicy working because, you know, Juicy's doing his thing, Paul's doing his, and people have 2 complete different ideas of, you know, what they think is going on. Oh, Paul and Juicy don't look, no, you have no idea. Them guys made too much money not like each other. They just have different fucking grinds. That Paul wanted to put the crew back together, Juicy wanted to go solo, and they're gonna come back around and hit everybody in the fucking face now that Juicy's doing what he's doing and Paul's keeping that grime still with it, and I'm always gonna be right here. I'm not under contract with nobody, but it's Mafia for life for me. You know what I'm saying? Like it's for life. Like it's, once you get in that shit, you're in there, like for life. I feel. You know, there's been a few come and go, but hey, what can you say?
So if you don't feel this particular mixtape, like if you don't like Hangovers and Hot Chicken, man, I respect that, man. If you didn't like the acoustic sessions, man, that's, man, whatever, I get all that, you know what I mean? But there's a standard. I don't have a clean slate with Therapeutic Music 5. I got a core fan base that has listened to 1, 2, 3, and 4 and got through the darkest moments of their life. So the bar is so high that it's been so hard to write. I've never been intimidated writing a project until I started really writing fucking TM5.